Hello everyone and welcome back to more Sonic Heroes for the GameCube, and in this one we're going to be going through Stage 3 Grand Metropolis.
Looks like Eggman escaped into the city.
Eggman's robots are taking control of everything.
Let's find Eggman and show him the real power of teamwork.
This must be an automated energy plant.
Energy plant?
So that's energy flowing through those red pipes.
Oh boy, Sonic, you had to say it, didn't you? With the power of teamwork. That has become such a cheesy line on the internet, and you have yourself to disgrace for it. But either way, yeah, this is Grand Metropolis, which honestly reminds me a lot of Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, because I noticed that with the first set of levels, in this game, they're pretty similar to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. As I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, it had Emerald Hill Zone and Chemical Plant Zone, for like the first two levels. This one has Seaside Hill Zone and Chemical Plant. There's some sort of link going on there. I don't know if Sega did that intentionally or anything, but it's what I've noticed, when I play the game in my spare time and stuff like that. Also, we've got Team Blast right here, so let's just use it on these bunch of enemies right over there. Because, that's what I tend to do and things. I only tend to use Team Blast when there's, like, a whole group of enemies near me, or particularly taking out later enemies that we're going to encounter in the game, which are these giant robots, which are such a pain to kill, especially those ones which have the gold crowns and you have to knock them off, and, well, I'll go on more about that when we get to it, shall we, or so. One thing I do like, though, about Grand Metropolis is, well, I love this game in general, basically, is, the music to this area and things. I think it just captures the whole sort of power plant, energy plant sort of feel to it, and it just sounds really nice. I just like the soundtrack, to Sonic Heroes in general and things. I'm pretty sure I talked about most about this, though, like, in part 1. I know half the things I'm saying doesn't make any sense, but this this commentary is, like, not scripted or anything. I just say anything that's off the top of my head, really. At least it shows that it's natural, I guess, and stuff like that, but still. Also, here's the part that I like doing in this game and stuff, which I actually have fun on Team Dark. Even though I screwed up here, actually, that's a real shame. But, you can do, like, a light speed dash, where you have to basically click the B button in time with the rings, and, and you'll follow the pile of rings and stuff, just gaining speed. And that's something I actually find, in my opinion, has gone down over the years. Like, whenever Sonic does a light speed dash in more recent games, it doesn't feel fast. Like, for instance, when I played Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, when he light speed dashed, like, on a set of rings and stuff like that, it didn't feel fast, because all he did was just, I don't even know what the hell he did, to be honest. It just felt like he was going at normal speed, really. Whereas in games like Sonic Heroes and, Sonic Adventure 2, they felt really fast when he did a light speed dash. Also, here's one reason why you want Sonic to be at level 3, because he'll be able to take out those enemies with those shields. And that's another reason why I say don't die and keep your characters leveled up like some sort of RPG or so. Because you also find I don't know if you saw it right there, but usually on those poles, you have to jump and then press the B button to perform a tornado attack and stuff like that, so you can ascend it. But if you have Sonic at level 3, all you literally have to do is just jump and air dash at it like this. Watch, ready? Just like that. See, I don't really have to waste like 3 seconds or so doing like a tornado spin in order to go up it or anything. It's like a trick that I find which is really good for like speedrunning tactics when it comes to Sonic Heroes. I don't really consider myself a speedrunner at this game per se, as I'm okay at this game, I guess. I'm not really the master or anything. I've just played this game a lot, when I was a kid, and I really like it. Hence, that's why I'm doing an LP of it today. But that bit right there, I didn't even have to begin from the bottom, and the whole pole took like 1 second to go up and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just, I don't hear a lot of people talk about that, to be honest. Either way, we're coming up to the very end of Grand Metropolis Zone with all these cars for some reason. It honestly reminds me a bit of Back to the Future Part 2, to be honest, thinking about it now. And, yeah, there we go. Notice how fast I went and all that, and it just looked like a thrill ride to go through. First time, though, you're probably going to die and things, but, to quote Sonic Adventure 2, live and learn. Oh my god. I don't deserve to live after that, but never mind. And with all that, with a grand total of, how much points did I get on this again? 63,000 points, we then get an A rank.
That was tight.
and Sonic's really impressed by that. What the characters tend to do is like have their own quotes depending on if you beat a level or something. So if you get an E or something like that, you know, Knuckles will go, just enough to pass, or something like that, you know. Depending on what grade you get, it'll be good, bad, and each character like has its own quote, even like for the other teams. Oh, and I also love the music to Power Plant, because I guess, yeah, it's a loop. The song pretty much loops throughout the whole thing, but sometimes loops in songs can be really good. Some of them, though, can be annoying, pretty much like, let's see, you know the game Terminator for the NES? The sewer level? The music to that one is looped, and oh my god, I don't like it. But with Power Plant and things, it just feels so energetic and fast and Sonic, you know, gotta go fast, if you will. That's just what I like about it, what can I say? Also, this level is pretty much the home to everybody who had nightmares of this game. Because at the moment, you're probably looking at it and you think to yourself like, oh yeah, it looks bright and colourful, it looks really nice actually. You know, it's pretty much similar to Grand Metropolis Zone. Bright, colourful, nice to run through and stuff like that. The very end of the level has this place full of lava, and it's pretty dark and pressurizing because you have to get to the top quick without melting. And as a kid, when I first saw that room, it honestly freaked me out a bit. It made me a bit scared trying to get through the area and stuff, because you know, the first level and stuff is you just dashing through normally, and then you come across like this lava room that's slowly rising, and it's all dark in contrast to the colours and stuff. And I don't know, just as a kid, it caught me by surprise, which was ever since I was 6 years old, and that's a blimmin' long time ago. My god. Oh man. I also like listening to some of the things that they have to say as well, because even though it's the same bit of dialogue going on, sometimes the repetition of the lines going on could just mean it can be funny or so, like, particularly when we get to Bullet Station and you shoot yourself out of the canyon, because whatever character you are, they'll say a quote, and there's a part where you basically hit these bunch of balloons, or so you know, to get points. Depending on which character you are, they will repeat that same line every time you hit it. And you got like 8 balloons to hit. So basically, you know, if you're Knuckles, it's going to be, alright, 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 all the way to the very end. I know that can be annoying and stuff, but I love that. I don't know why, I just find it really amusing also. I love it when I get to that bit of Bullet Station. In fact, Bullet Station and Rail Canyon are probably like one of my favourite levels, because there are so many bits to grind. I think that's probably why I like Rail Canyon the most, because there's a lot of grinding going on, stuff like on rails and stuff like that, because that was a thing, you know, that they introduced in Sonic Adventure 2, pretty much. Also, I don't know what the hell happened there. I threw like Tails, you know, through Sonic and Knuckles, and then they got kind of stuck. I noticed that though with Tails as well. When he's at level 3, when you throw them against enemies, sometimes they get stuck to them and just completely drain all of their health. And that's something that actually happened by complete freaking accident on the final boss of the game. And that is way down the road, like pretty much I think it's episode 6 of Team Sonic, I believe. Either way, I hope when we get to it, you'll be amused by it, because I sure was when I first did it. I was just like, wait, what? Oh, whatever, it got me an A rank, so even still. Also, when I was talking about the lava room, it's also a pain if you want to get the Chaos Emerald, because it means you don't want to take a hit. If you do, you lose the key and you have no chance in getting to the special stage. So of course, you know, first time players and that might be caught by surprise or so, and then die in the lava room, and then lose the special key and stuff like that. But at least every time you died, I think it had a key next to, you know, the checkpoint or so, or maybe it appears only once. To be honest, I don't know, because it's been a long time since I've just died on purpose, like on Sonic Heroes and things, given the fact that when I was a kid, I was absolutely god-awful at this game, but I still liked it. I had that a lot as a kid, you know. Even though in games I was terrible at them, I still enjoyed them, and stuff like that, you know. I can't really give you a whole list of examples, otherwise I'd be going into the, like, nostalgia zone for the next 10 minutes or something like that, but still. Oh, one thing, I don't like this part of, like, Power Plant. When you do a Lightspeed dash, don't just press B. and think that Sonic is going to land on the platform, because sometimes he may just magically fly off it and die. Pretty much like what I had on my previous recording session of this LP. Like, yeah, this is my second take, pretty much, of Power Plant. So, Grand Metropolis went okay, but Power Plant, you know, I did the Lightspeed Dash, and then he just magically just fell off or so, because I didn't move the analog stick in the right direction while he was Lightspeed Dashing. I don't know, I just find that a bit annoying myself. Also, I got like 282 rings, wow. Blimmin' heck, because every time you get like 100 rings, you get given an extra life, pretty much like with most games nowadays, you know, like Mario and stuff like that. But that's another thing that I was confused about when I was trying to A-rank this game, which is, I don't know how long ago that was, to be honest, but when you A-rank, you know, when you get like an A-rank or something like that, I thought you had to get all the rings and have like a grand total of rings. The rings really don't do much, so if you take damage, it doesn't mean you have to restart and go through without taking a single hit, because the rings only just add what they have, really. That's the amount of points that you'll get. If you have 50 rings, you get 50 points. So it's really not that much, you know? If you take a hit, don't think you have to restart or anything like that, because there's just no need. Also, welcome to the lava room, everybody. Imagine seeing this as a 6-year-old kid for the first time, compared to everything else we just saw. Traumatization right there, I tell you that much, still. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I made it to the end with the key, I believe. I didn't do a perfect run of grabbing all the keys and Chaos Emeralds with Team Sonic. In fact, 2 of them I screwed up on, but you can get them as the later teams, because when you collect them as one team, it applies to all of them. It's not like Sonic Advance 2, where you have to collect bloody... oh god, like 28 Chaos Emeralds, I think, because each character gets them individually, and that's a real pain in the arse, I find. But I still like Sonic Advance 2. It's actually like my favourite of the Sonic Advance trilogy and stuff like that. Either way, we are now on to Special Stage Act 2 of trying to get the Emerald. And I'll go over this more in detail. Again, in fact, I just wanted to show it to you for the first time. So what I tend to do is I switch to Knuckles and press the B button really, you know, just rapidly. But as soon as it hits level 2, hold it down, and then just control him. Because look, even I got to level 3 for just holding the B button down. Because when you hold the B button down, it drains, you know, the whole gauge completely. Like that, pretty much. But even while doing that, I was collecting balloons so fast that it built up so quick. And with that, I get 4 extra 1-ups as well, so there you go. Either way, let's go see what we got next.
Gotcha, my darling Sonic.
Amy, what are you doing here?
Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
Prepare for the longest battle in existence, everybody.
Sonic, give up. This time you're mine.
Amy, knock it off. There's no time to play.
Everybody, get out of the way!
Are you playing with that girl's heart again, Sonic?
Wait, what? Did I just literally see Big just commit suicide? Like, I swear, I didn't even, like, fling him off. He just magically jumped off for some reason.
Marriage? No way!
But there you go. A rank in, like, 12 seconds. In order to get an A rank, you have to beat them in under either 25 or 30 seconds for that to happen. But either way, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in episode 3, everybody!